everybody, this is Gregory with How I Lost Over 100 Pounds and Kept It Off for 30 plus years, where there should be no hesitance in your weight loss and maintenance. Today we're going to continue the series on intermittent fasting, where I'm going to talk about how I've been fasting for the last 8 years. Now before we begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. Also in the episode notes, you'll see links to my website that has tons of recipes and articles, my podcast, my books, and if you appreciate my content, there's a link for PayPal. All right, so I'll put a banner in for the previous episode on fasting, kind of like what it is, why you should do it, why it's one of the greatest biohacks for weight loss and weight maintenance. Today we're going to go personal and talk about how I've been doing it. Now, I started fasting in 2014. I probably found out about it because I used to listen to the Paleo podcast or the Primal podcast, Mark Sisson's podcast, if you're familiar with that. And they talked about it. And there were a couple other kind of biohacking podcasts I used to listen to back then. And that's how I found out about it. And prior to that, I was waking up at 5 in the morning and eating breakfast cereal 5:15 in the morning. And I was just one of those guys, right? I don't remember I don't think I snacked during the day, but I would eat right when I woke up. But a lot of the things they said made sense. And so I was like, I'm going to try it. So I tried it. And I haven't gone back. I've not eaten breakfast since November 2014, so I'm rolling around on 8 years. I think maybe 2 times in the last, I guess that'd be 2,600 days, I've broken my fast in the 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock hour, maybe 20 times in the 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock hour. And then for the first 5-6 years, I probably broke my fast in the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock hour. In the last 2 years, I've been breaking it around the 3 o'clock hour. On the weekends, I probably break a little earlier because I have my kids on the weekends, probably in the 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock hour. But during the week, it's always around 3. And then I finish eating probably no later than 7, sometimes 6:30. So that's how I've been doing it. And I'm not going to go back because, as I mentioned before in the previous episode, it's not so much for the weight loss, weight maintenance benefit, which I would say that's a little, but it's here. You really feel it in your cognition, in your energy, and in your workouts, in your runs and so forth. Like the few times where I can't run or work out during my fasting time, because I typically do those things in the morning, but on days where I can't and I have to do it in the afternoon after I've broken my fast with lunch, it's just, I feel horrible. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. My body is so well adapted to the way I've been doing it. Now, you might ask, okay, why do I break my fast at 3? I don't even feel hungry at 3. I cannot tell you guys the last time I've had hunger pangs. I can't tell you. It's been years. I don't get hungry. I break my fast at 3 for a couple of reasons. One is I'm not a big OMAD guy, which is 1 meal a day. I've done that for a variety of reasons. Let's say flying on a plane, and I just haven't been able to eat a food, or I don't want to break my fast eating crap food on an airplane. Or for whatever reasons, let's say I eat at 5 and I try to get all my calories from 5 to 7. It's just, I feel too heavy. Because the thing you got to understand, guys, is that intermittent fasting is not a diet. A lot of people misuse it as a diet. It's not a diet. You're still expected to get as many calories as you can in that eating window. Some people who do like an 18-6, they start at 1 and finish by 7. They'll do like a decent sized lunch, a decent sized dinner. Some people do 3 smaller meals and do like a breakfast, but it doesn't have to be breakfast food, at 1, and then eat again at 3, and eat again at 6. And that's the beauty of fasting. You can do it any way you want. You can do it every day. You can do it every other day. You can do 24-hour fast every other day. You can do whatever you want. The longer you do the fast, the better the benefits. But you can do it any way you want. That's the beauty of fasting, is that our bodies are equipped to do it. Our Paleolithic ancestors, it's wired in us. And then you can kind of conform it to fit what you want. But I break it at 3. Normally when I break it at 3, it's very high fat. I do like nuts, 90% dark chocolate, maybe some almond butter. I like high fat, low sugar, because as a whole, I try to stick to a low sugar diet. And so if I'm fasting, and then if I break my fast with like something that's pure protein and fat, like, I don't know, like nuts, it almost keeps me in a fast because I'm still like in a ketogenic state. But I'll normally eat that every day. I'm kind of a creature of routine, and many times with my lunch breaking, Sometimes I'll throw in an unripened banana because it's prebiotic and doesn't have a lot of sugar, and I'll eat like an unripened banana with some almond butter. Really depends. I'm a big fan of dark chocolate, so I typically eat dark chocolate every day. Then I'll eat that around 3 to 15, and then I don't eat, and then I eat dinner probably around 5:30 to 6, and that's a big meal. It's a big meal because I got to get in my calories. I have to get. I'm 6'2". I got to get calories in. Okay, so the goal is you still got to get as many calories in, and I'll probably eat for like an hour, and I eat whatever I want, which we'll talk about later. I don't restrict myself from anything. The only thing I restrict myself from is drinking my calories. Like I don't drink sodas and I don't drink juices and stuff like that. And I don't drink alcohol, but I'll eat. I don't restrict myself. I don't believe in labeling food as good or bad necessarily. So if I want a cake slice, I'll have a cake slice. But going back to the 3 to 7, that just works for me. So I break my fast at 3 because I don't want to go longer, even though there are benefits to it, because I just don't like that one big meal. And since I know I'm going to fast every day, I think a 20-hour fast is good enough for what I need. Now, some people don't do that fasting window. Some people like breakfast, and they'll do like at 8 a.m., they wake up, they break their fast, eat till 2, and do like that kind of 6-hour eating window, and then fast from 2 all the way to 8 in the morning. I don't do that. I don't like breakfast that much. To start at 8 a.m. And also, I eat dinner. I do breakfast for dinner. So many nights, I eat eggs for dinner because I like eggs. You know, I even like pancakes. I have a waffle maker. I make a waffle. But I like breakfast foods, even though most of them are very sugary. I'll eat them for dinner. You know, you don't have to eat dinner food for dinner. But the other reason I don't do the 8 to 2 is because, I don't know, it seems like finishing eating at 2, just you're more tempted to eat later in the night. And I understand there are a lot of you guys who get the cravings at 9, 10 o'clock. I would tell you that if you're fasting, you're probably you will eradicate those cravings. A lot of those cravings are just based on a high sugar diet that you're eating all the time because your body is so sending you the cues like, I need to eat, because it's been taught by you that you need to eat every 3 hours. So once you break that, you're not going to feel that. Also, the other benefit of doing, let's say, a 2 to 7 or whatever, or 3 to 8 if you want to eat later, is if your dinner is a big enough meal, you're not going to be hungry 2 hours later. Fasting is amazing. I'll never go back. Even if I end up in the hospital, I'll tell them, don't give me IVs. I mean, that's a hyperbole, but I won't go back. And I would recommend to all you guys that you do it. Now, you might not be able to do like what I do, 3 to 7, but understand I've been doing this for years. But if you don't fast, my tips to you is, okay, stay very well hydrated. And be patient. It's going to take you time to get to, let's say, an 18.6. And I'd also tell you, for those of you who are a little more kind of scrupulous, don't overdo it. Now, women, the studies show, don't have to fast as many hours as men do to get the benefits. So just the way they're wired, they can do like a 15-hour fast. Also, I've known women that have fasted when they're pregnant. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, I'm not a medical doctor, so don't take my medical advice. I would say, because there are people who live on extremes, right? And once they start something like ultra marathon runners, which I don't recommend, we'll have an episode on that. Like they start, they want to get in shape, and then they can't stop. They go to the extremes, and now they're doing 70-mile runs. I'm not a big fan of multiple 24-hour fasts. I mean, you do hear about this. You see and hear people who do 36-hour fast, 48-hour fast, 72-hour fast. I am not a big fan of that. I understand the merits of it, and I would tell you, look, if you've been fasting for years, then that's fine. There's definitely tips that you need to do, because 30 days with no food does tax your body. There are benefits, but it does tax your body. I would tell most of you guys who aren't daily fasting or doing a compressed eating window, just start with an 18.6, or if you can work up to a 24 or something like that. And if you're building up to it, maybe do 3 days of 18.6s, and then the next day eat normal, and then back and forth. But I would tell you, eventually get to a daily compressed eating window, and then eventually, if you want to kind of straighten out the biohack or do a stronger biohack, then do a 24-hour fast, and then the next day do a compressed eating window and 24-hour fast, compressed eating window, and then maybe even when you build up to it, do more 24-hour fast. I'm just not a big fan of the multi-day fast. You guys can post in the comments if you are. I certainly don't begrudge you for doing it. I just worry about things in extreme. So guys, this is how I do my fasting. Post in the comments if you have any questions. Please post in the comments if you've ever fasted or if you fast right now. Hit the notification, subscribe, and share button, share with others. Until next time, take care, God bless, and pray.